Voilà, nous sommes le 4 septembre, il est un peu plus de 20h, nous sommes à la Galerie Vrais Reves et je suis avec Thomas Kellner. Thomas Kellner, hello.
Hello, everybody.
Is it your first time in France? For an exhibition, I mean.
It's not my really first time. I exhibited more than 10 years ago in Saint-Rémy and in Arles.
Mm-hmm. In?
Arles?
Ah, in Arles, yeah, okay. The big exhibition.
No, that was more that was more private, but I was never included in the festival.
Okay. Where you come from Germany?
Yes, I'm now coming back from Russia.
Russia?
I'm just coming back from Russia.
Oh, okay, but you don't live there.
No, I live in I live in Germany, and going home from here means packing suitcases for China.
Okay. At the very beginning, how did you meet photography?
At the very beginning, I received a camera in the age of 4 from my mother.
4?
4.
So your first photography were about when you were 5 years old, 6 years old?
No, I was 4.
4? And you used it
Yes.
immediately?
Yes.
Okay. And why that?
I don't know. I got a camera and I pressed a button.
Okay. So already at this time you know that it will be your work?
No, my mother was an art teacher. My father was a music teacher.
Okay.
And so being creative was always in the family.
Okay. And that's why probably they make you that gift.
Yes, I mean, this was the 60s, late 60s, beginning 70s, and photography was everywhere.
Okay, but after that you've learned all by yourself, or you have made photography school? Or you've met older photographers?
No, I did my school and I was trained to become a fine art teacher. Mm-hmm. So I did mainly fine art and not photography. In photography, I'm an amateur.
Really?
Yeah. I'm still saying I'm an amateur, but I'm a visionary artist using photography.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I've seen, of course, this exhibition. Can we say that you're just between constructions and deconstructions of the image, or maybe in the other way, deconstructed and constructed after?
Many people are fighting about terms. From the very bottom, from collage or montage, to is it decollage or demontage? For sure, I started this with Cubism and Orphism from Robert Delaunay's paintings in Paris, up to discussing construction, deconstruction, and reconstruction. Mm-hmm.
But what is important, it's the fact that it's not only one photography, it's many photographs of the same monument or object.
What I do is I construct an image out of 36 up to 1,000 single shots, all in sequence on film. There is no manipulation in Photoshop or different.
Yeah, of course. All of them are in colors, none in white, black and white. Is it already like that, or is it only your work here?
I started in black and white, and in the exhibition you find the first images I did of the Eiffel Tower in black and white. I kept then working mostly in color, also in black and white for a couple of years, but people want to see color. Yes.
Great. And for that kind of image, maybe it's better.
For a very long time, it was better because our world is in color.
Yeah, of course. But many photographers do only black and white.
They did, and they do again today.
Yeah.
And very soon we will show my black and white work. Yes.
Okay. You also you do numeric photography too?
What I do, all of it is analog. I'm not doing any digital.
Okay. Why? Because you don't like that, or you're used to analog? Or?
No. When we look at a painting today of Cubism Or if we look at abstract paintings, we discuss the canvas, we discuss the pigments or the stroke of the brush. In photography, we should discuss the material that is used, and I use 35 millimeter film, and you can see that in the picture.
Okay. And you never do numeric, and you will never do.
Not really. I mean, what we see today is like a hybrid system, because I'm photographing on film, and of course we have to digitalize it today. But the final product is again an analog project.
Is there older photographers that have been important for you, that have been influences on what you do, or maybe were in some way like kind of masters for you? Or?
Masters for me were those from my town. I live in Siegen now. I was born in the former capital, in Bonn. Today I live in Siegen, and the most known photographers from my city are August Zander and the Beschers. And they both created oeuvre in one style, which I decided to do also.
Okay. And some teachers maybe in art school?
No, in my school I had my teacher, Mr. Königs. He is the most creative person that I know.
Okay.
And aside of that, my favorites were in fine art, to find Picasso, Braque, Delaunay, everything from postmodernism. In photography, like I said, the Beschers or Moholy-Nagy and others.
Photography is your only medium? You don't do video? You don't paint?
For the last 15 years, I mainly did photography. I do a little bit in painting still, drawing my sketchbook. But when you want to make an art career, you really have to focus.
You have now this gallery here in Lyon. You have others in France?
No, in the moment, this is the only gallery in France. I'm very happy to be with Vrais Reves, because I know Vrais Reves and I adore them since many, many years.
Yeah, okay.
At least 15 years that I know the gallery.
Okay.
And aside of that, I'm with galleries in Los Angeles, Houston, Chicago, and Cologne.
So big towns. Yeah. Very
Yes.
big towns.
Yes, and it's a global business, yes.
Yeah. Not London.
London, I had the gallery retired, and I'm looking for a new one.
Okay. And you sometimes do art fairs?
Yes, my work was featured in the last 10 years in art fairs in Miami, New York, Los Angeles, London, Cologne, Buenos Aires, Beijing, and others.
Okay. To finish, let's talk about the future. What are your projects for the next year?
For next year, I promise to publish something from my archives, which is showing my black and white work.
Okay.
Because I see a lot of interest in black and white photography again, like Leica producing a black and white digital camera, and I have been working in black and white for a long time, so you're gonna see a small number of black and white images of mine.
Okay. And anything else that is important that I forgot?
No, I'm really happy to be in France and to show my work in Lyon, one of my favorite cities.
So welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.